was fulfilled. What purpose have we fulfilled, we may ask ourselves. We are not called to be a forerunner and preach that Jesus Christ is about to appear, and yet, in one sense, we are. Jesus is coming. Jesus is coming again. This ought not to be left out of a faithful ministry. His coming is imminent. The signs grow as time goes on. So God's purpose with John the Baptist was fulfilled, though his life was, to our mind, so short. Cut off when he could be so useful in the future. This is how we reason. No, the purpose that the Lord had was fulfilled to the utmost. He could not have been a better forerunner. Now I want to finish by speaking about a better forerunner. There is a better forerunner than John the Baptist, and it is our Jesus himself, who has gone before. Forerunner, of course, run before. So, turning to Hebrews, we read there in chapter 6 and verse 20, if I can turn to it in a moment or so. Hebrews 6 and verse 20, we read these words. Speaking of, the apostle has been speaking of the hope we have as an anchor of the soul. Do you have this? Do I? Which hope we have as an anchor of the soul, both sure and steadfast, and which entereth into that within the veil. Our hope reaches into heaven, whither the forerunner is for us entered, even Jesus, made an high priest for us after the order of Melchizedek. Now what did the priest do? Why, the priest went to God on behalf of the sinner. And here is our Jesus, having paid the price of our sin, and he's entered into that blessed country, that promised land, to dwell at the Father's right hand. And, says the apostle, the forerunner is for us entered. Do you see him? Do you speak with him? Do you desire to trust in him? Do you commit all your way to him? The forerunner. Oh, Jesus loves to hear his people coming. And we find now, at long last, the text. We read in Matthew 11, verse 6, and blessed is the man who is not offended in me. Blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me, says Jesus. Are you put off by anything that's in Jesus? Are you put off by anything he does? You see how little a thing it was that caused those that knew him in his childhood and his youth. What a little thing that brought this to pass, that they were offended at him, because they couldn't explain everything. They were offended at him. And are we offended at Jesus because not everything is explained to us? I trust not. I trust we're not offended in him. Not offended when